Stockport, Garrick. As you can see, since lockdown, we've had to put certain measures in place. So we've got the hand sanitizer stations with gloves and masks and the areas where you are allowed to go. Because we've been in lockdown, we've been able to do some decorating, so the foyer is being completely painted, new notice board and everything's looking very smart. So now we're going from the foyer down to the Cellar Workshop, and on the way we'll pass the old archive office, which has now been taken over by marketing and place of casting. It's quite a small office, but very useful to have. And here we have the Cellar Workshop. This is where all the magic happens in the set building. We've got lots of props down here as well. Good old Bertie there. There's paint stores. So here we have things like collections of fireplace surrounds, flats that will get used again, doorways, mirror creation there. We do have a mezzanine level, where there's a lot of tables and chairs. Any theatre worth its salt has got an array of bent woods. Stockport Garrick was established in 1901, but we've been in these particular premises since 1920. It's an old mill, and as you can imagine, it's a bit of a rabbit warren. There are stairs and levels all over the place, so you can't actually get down to the very low levels of the basement because we're having some work done. There's no stairs. You can see once it's been done, it's going to be a fabulous space for us to have our youth group rehearsing and have rehearsals eventually outside there. So this is the way down to the props cellar. A little bit dusty. We have a variety of very old props, all sorts of typewriters and telephones and clocks, crutches, stop signs, fishing rods, a few battered musical instruments, lots of lamps and vases. Continuing up the back stairs, which is going to take us into the bar area. Through into the bar area, as you can see, the seating's been sectioned off for lockdown, so there's distancing. This is quite an interesting wall because it's wallpaper made from old archive photographs. In this bar area is where we have our studio theatre as well. I don't know if you can pan and then see the lighting rig that we've got. We have roster that we set out, and we can have a variety of combinations of seating arrangements. It depends what the director wants. So now we're going to go into the auditorium. Concentrating now just on the left. You can see we've got hand sanitation, gloves. Seating has been socially distanced from when we were able to have youth group sessions a few months back. Hopefully, when schools go back, we should be able to start those up again. Up there you can see the sound and the lighting box where our technicians run the sound and lights from during shows. So now we're going into the area that a lot of us oldies call the wine bar. Originally, we used to serve wine in here during productions, but we've had part of it partitioned off, and that's where we keep our archives. We've just got a few pictures here, and it's just nice to have a display up. Basically now though, this is just a corridor for use in emergency, to get out to the back stairs. We decided to try and make it a bit more vibrant back here. It was looking a bit sad, so we've used a lot of old posters and flyers and stuff to decorate it. Now these back stairs lead down onto the A6. They're the entrance that we let latecomers in, and it also used to be the original entrance back in the day before we moved it to the Exchange Street. And now coming up from the back stairs, there's some stairs up here to the sound and lighting box, which I can't show you at the moment. But as you can see, various bits of lighting paraphernalia. This is the workshop at the back of the sound and lighting booth. This is access to the roof where sometimes you have to go and get to the lights from above. It's quite a painful process actually, I've been up there myself, but it's a huge loft space. Now we're going back to the auditorium. So we're coming through the auditorium on the side where steward number 4 sits and where latecomers are let in. The actual stage is very bare at the moment. It's got a few remnants of the last play that we did back in the beginning of March, Silver Lining. But the actual stage floor has been marked out, and this was for when we were able to have the youth group in for a short few weeks, and it was so they could be on the stage but social distancing. I'm going to take you through the wings. The stage right wings. This is normally where we'd have lots of props laid out for people when they go on stage. As you can see, there are still some remnants of things from the last play that need putting away, like the flowers that were on the veranda. If you can follow me through here, there's a view from the stage to the auditorium. This is what actors would see when they're looking out, and lots of happy faces out there, hopefully. So here we are in the props room. I love this room. But it's been left with things lying around from the last play. There's still some things to put away. We've got glasses from all different eras, all different types, decanters, lots of different vases and lamps and things. Books, anything you can think of. Lots of smoking paraphernalia, war stuff, masks. The horses here. Lots and lots of tankards and cups and plates and vases. Lots of lanterns. Now we're going into the dressing room area. Now at the moment it's in a bit of disarray because decorating is going on and things have been moved in here out of the way. But normally, when there's a play on, there'd be all the lights and wigs and makeup and costumes, lots of racks about the place with lots of clothes on. We also keep a lot of the curtains and things for dressing sets in this room. Oh, look at these that were found. This is the television that we monitor the stage from, so wardrobe, props and actors can actually see what's going on the stage and get themselves ready for the next entrance. I'll just take you now down to stage left. We've got the stage manager's area there. Here the door opens out onto the stage, and we've got the auditorium and the stage view from a different angle. Quite a nice space to work in. Plenty of wing space. This would be where the prompts would sit, with a view of what's going on. We've always got an elf on the shelf. So now we're on to the back stairs again, which go right from the basement right up to the bar area. And this is leading to the backstage toilets and the wardrobe. And we've got some quite nice backstage facilities now with a shower and new toilets and everything. The wardrobe. In here we've got 2 rooms. This is a slightly smaller room, but this is the one where the suits are and some of the medieval costumes and lots of the hats and stuff. This section is where most of the ladies' costumes are kept, and they are in eras, as it were. So these are a lot more mid to late 20th century. I love that somebody's made this for a play, and it's just so beautiful. So many. This is the green room. So this is normally where we serve teas and coffees. At the moment it's being used as an office. Also, when we have studios, this is the room that's used as the dressing room for the cast, because it's much easier to access the studio from here. And now finally we leave the green room, going back down the stairs, which will take us back to the foyer, which is where we started. Always on these stairs we have pictures that usually relate to the actors that are in the current production. So it changes for every production. And finally here we are back in the foyer again, which is where we started our tour. I hope you've enjoyed it, and you've probably seen some of the places that even during some of our on-site tours we don't get to show people because of health and safety. We don't want people climbing up the ladders to the mezzanine, that sort of thing. And thank you for watching.